The story of Sasuke Uchiha, story of Uchiha Sasuke, the story of the last Uchiha, Sasuke Uchiha. My favorite character in Naruto. So Sasuke's story started, you know, he was born into the family, Uchiha clan, a clan that has a sad history and other things. Um, he is the second son of Fugaku Uchiha. Fugaku, the Wicked Eye, he was the leader of the Uchiha clan during the Nine Tails attack. And his mother, she was a hot Uchiha woman. That's all I remember. And she had him. And he was born like about 6 months before Naruto or something like that. And during the Nine Tails attack, Sasuke was an infant. He was being watched by his brother Itachi. Itachi was like, "It's okay, shit's going on. Fucked up shit, but it's cool." Um, Sasuke grew attached to his brother because of, Itachi's, good older brother, characteristics. He was like, big brother. As Sasuke grew up, he was like, "I want to be like you. I want to, go out and do the things you do." He's like, "No, yeah, stay here and you gotta go to school and you gotta, do what dad tells you, mom tells you, big brother does other things. Big brother's actually doing dangerous shit." And Sasuke's like, "Well, I want to do some stuff too." He went boar hunting with Itachi every once in a while, when Itachi was, down to show his brother the ropes a little bit and show him some things. Sasuke, then learned Shuriken Jutsu from his brother. He learned Fireball Jutsu from his dad. His you know, Sasuke also, thought that, his dad liked Itachi more. As like Itachi had more responsibilities and other things. He was doing cooler stuff, so he's like, "Yo, dad likes, Itachi more probably because he does this and that. And I'm just some boy that, does this and that. I just go to school and other things." His mom was like, "No, your dad likes you the most, talks about you and your fireball jutsu." And he was like, "Yeah, but that's when shit took a turn." Sasuke was 7 years old when this shit happened. The Uchiha massacre. Um, Itachi Uchiha killed everybody in the Uchiha clan except Sasuke. Left him there, saying, "If you want me, you have to come get me. You have to grow stronger. You are weak. You are weak, Sasuke." Those words stuck with Sasuke for so long. They would be the driving force in the story called Naruto. So, for a large part of the series, Sasuke hated other people. And he only had the sight for power. He outdid everybody in the classroom. He was one of the guys. He was the top student. But he didn't really, he did, get a little bit showy with his stuff, but he was like settled too. He let the fucking, actions prove things, until people got loud, especially Naruto. Then he was like, "Calm down, loser. You got to calm down. I'm out here doing shit. That's why these, you know, people like me, but even they're losers too, because I'm only after power." Sasuke then got selected to be a part of Team Kakashi with Naruto and Sakura. See, Sasuke was the best student in his class. Then Sakura was like mid. She was like middle tier. She was like in the middle of the class out of all the 18 students in Iruka Sensei's class. And then Naruto was the worst student, so they had to average it out. And the team ended up being Kakashi having Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto, and they were in the thing. Kakashi asked Sasuke, he says, "Hey, what's your goal in all this as Genin, being a ninja and other things?" He says, "I don't particularly like anything. I hate everything. But there's a certain someone I have to destroy, and then I need to restore my clan. And that's his goal and all this to become a stronger ninja to do that stuff. And he's like kind of dark, but yes. So Sasuke, he's on missions between well, he does the training thing to catch Kakashi's bells. And out of all his students, Kakashi noticed that Sasuke had fireball jutsu, he had other things. Sasuke was still a Rugrat student. He still couldn't even do shit that Kakashi could do. But he did impress Kakashi a little bit. But he had to learn to work together with Sakura and Naruto. That's when Sasuke learned about teamwork. He was like, all right, because Naruto got tied to a pole, and Kakashi had a stipulation. You can't feed him. If you feed Naruto, then you're all going back to the academy, and you won't be ninjas because you don't need calls to rules and regulations. But Sasuke said, you know what? We should feed Naruto. He is the strength. So when we do go back out there to grab the bells, he's all right. Sakura's like, but what? And then he was like, no, it don't matter. Naruto needs the food, we'll feed him. They fed him, and then Kakashi showed up and was like, why, you guys, pass. Because then he was like, the real training was, to see if you could do teamwork. Teamwork's everything. Even before the rules and regulations, too, you gotta make sure your teammates, you stick together, too. Because it's something from Kakashi's past, Shinobi who is, not by the books is scum, but somebody who turns their back on a comrade is worse than scum. And, they learned that day. And then Sasuke was on the mission with them to the Land of Waves. The Land of Waves, they had to take the bridge builder to the spot that would be known as the Great Naruto Bridge after shit went down. Yeah, cool. Sasuke was there with the kunai and other things and shit popped off. Naruto kind of froze and he was like, are you alright? Are you scared? He told Naruto, you scared? This is a real mission. Can't be a loser. Loser. And Naruto was like, damn, I just froze up. And Sasuke was, moving around a bit more. Then Haku and, Zabuza attacked too. During that whole skirmish, Kakashi was holding down during that fight. Then they got away. They went, and then Kakashi then trained them in the woods to learn how to hold chakra in their feet and climb up trees. Naruto and Sasuke had a bit of trouble with that. So Naruto and Sasuke like competed against each other all night to see who could get higher and other things, and they, did that. But then, Sasuke was like, "Well, guess what? I still know Shuriken Jutsu better than you." He had all the targets, and Naruto was like, "Damn, now I'm gonna stay out here longer and learn that." As that was going on, they had to, protect the bridge builder from Gato, these thugs who were trying to like stop that shit from going down. You will not be building this bridge. It's fucking with my, crime syndicate that I have built here. I hired Zabuza's muscle. Haku was with him as well. So Haku was there, and Sasuke fought against Haku. He's fireball jutsu on that ice. The ice mirror thing, ice dome that he fucking created. Playing games with ice. He was playing games in mirrors. Sasuke was like, damn, I have to pull out Sharingan Eye as a um, it's an instinct that he has, defensive, he was like, it came out, but it was still not enough. But then Naruto showed up, and Sasuke was like, damn, this fool's here, let's see, but Naruto was just doing stuff. Sasuke was like, damn, Naruto, calm down. You don't know what this guy does. Zembo started coming, and Sasuke jumped in the way and took it. And he was like, yo, are you serious, loser? You got me like this. Out here moving for you to protect you. And I fucking fell on the ground and he was up. Sakura was scared that Sasuke died. He ran to Sasuke's aid. Sasuke was all right. Naruto then, burst forth in rage, Nine Tails and other things, and then Haku died protecting Zabuza. Zabuza died, protecting the world, the meaning of their relationship. Haku and Zabuza's relationship, and then he died beside him. They buried him, and then they went on their way. Sasuke then was a participant in the tuning exam, so he was in tuning exams, and as one of the ones who was actually getting looked at, that's Uchiha Sasuke. That's that boy that was doing extra stuff. He has the Sharingan eye and shit. There's a guy named um, Neji and Rock Lee, who are a year older, who are also part of Team Guy. And these guys were getting looked at. And it talks of, Naruto a little bit, but not too much. Those guys. And Garb Sand, as a fucking guy who is like, really, somebody who was like to be like not fucking played with. As Sasuke didn't even sense the nigga behind him. When he came to the village, and to play games, Sasuke was like, damn, I didn't even track this guy. I couldn't track him. So then they enter the tuning exams. The tuning exams starts. Sasuke is running through questions. He used Spam Sharingan Eye to see the answers being filled out, the ones he didn't know. He was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. He did that and he passed with flying colors and other things. They went into the woods. Now, when they go into the woods, they have Heaven Scroll, I think, or Earth Scroll. I don't remember which one they had, but they had one. They were going after the other one. Naruto then gets lost in those things because he's dumbass. But Sasuke's like, you're not really Naruto. You're playing games with somebody else. Orochimaru then appears out of nowhere too. And Orochimaru takes interest in Sasuke. And this is the first fight that Sasuke has that's a real challenge for him against Orochimaru in the forest. And Orochimaru was playing games the whole time, holding back, of course, but to see if Sasuke was like up to par, trainable, and all kinds of stuff. Sasuke was hitting him off with fireball jutsus and all kinds of shit, wrapping him up with kunai, with like uh, string and other things, hitting off some more fireball jutsu, smashing his fucking head into the ground. But Orochimaru was one of the legendary Sannin, and Sasuke didn't have the skills, but he did have great potential. Orochimaru put that on Sasuke. He put a curse mark on him. The curse mark was put on Sasuke, and then Orochimaru disappeared. And then when he disappeared, Sasuke was like knocked out for a little bit. Sakura had to take Naruto and Sasuke to a safe spot. Orochimaru had then requested that the Sound Ninja go after Sasuke, and they went after Sasuke to see what the fuck was going on. Rock Lee went to defend Sakura as Sasuke was still asleep, but when he woke up, he came to. He was in the curse mark state, and he felt full of energy and other things. He broke Zaku's arm. He said, "Yeah, you're not fucking with me." Those guys are like, "Okay, we got to see what we wanted to." They left. They backed off. They go into the real part where the fighting, the one-on-one fights begin, because they got the Heaven Scrolls and other things. But then, Sasuke fought against Rock Lee a little bit. Rock Lee showed him some speed. Sasuke was a bit like, damn, this guy's fast. He's doing extra shit, and he's Taijutsu master. I have Sharingan. I can do stuff like copy moves and shit. And he did actually. He remembered the moves that fucking I remember the moves that Rock Lee showed, and he incorporated that into like his own move, as he was the first one to fight in the preliminaries. Third Hokage was like, okay, Sasuke versus this guy, who was one of Orochimaru's henchmen from the fucking town village. Orochimaru wanted to see that curse mark come out, but then Sasuke suppressed it. He was strong enough to suppress the curse mark. was like kind of fighting, trying to suppress that curse mark. His jutsu was basically his chakra was like kind of like fluctuating and playing games with him during the fight. So he had to pull out taijutsu. He had offline barrage on the guy, and that's how he defeated him. But then he needed to get the curse mark, like seal that shit away, like the powers of the curse mark, so it wouldn't like come out again and other things, and, like fuck with Sasuke. So Kakashi went somewhere and tried to help Sasuke out. But Orochimaru told Kakashi, I don't think you can like do anything to that curse mark. It's my curse mark I created and other things, and Sasuke will be mine one day. And he was like, no, that's my student, go leave him the fuck alone and other things. But Sasuke got himself into the finals, at least with that. So then Kakashi was like, okay, you'll come with me and we'll train. I'll teach you a move called Chidori. You already know fire style, lightning style is, kind of similar. It's more intense. So cool. He said, all right, cool. Then he was training out there with Kakashi. Gara shows up. Gara's like, I want to kill this guy. He could be a problem. I sense, my animal instincts tell me that this boy, he's playing games too on similar levels as me, and I don't like that. I want to kill him before he gets to like the arena and stuff. And then Kakashi was like, no, you'll fight him there. You gotta calm the fuck down, little boy. and Gar was like, okay, he left. Then the time came. They were waiting for Sasuke to show up, because Kakashi had him like somewhere outside the village. Sasuke runs into the stadium. He's faster, way faster. He's able to like run past the sand, much like Rock Lee was able to run past Gaara's sand and shit too. And he got, he was able to tag Gaara with the Chidori move that Kakashi taught him, and he pulled it off. Well, in doing that, Gaara went crazy because he was like, I got touched. I'm bleeding. I usually never bleed. The sand protects me. What's going on? And he went crazy because the Shikaku inside of him, his hate manifested forth as the Shikaku coming forth. And they were like, oh shit, and he started going crazy. And then also the Konoha Crush. Orochimaru was there to fight against the Third Hokage and other things. Sasuke went after Gaara and saying, I can take this guy out. And he's actually my opponent anyways. So it's rightfully so that I take him out. Gaara was more powerful at that point. He used the Jinchuriki, getting overtaken by his tail beast. He's like, cool, I'll be powerful and other things. I'll take down this guy they call Uchiha. Uchiha is weak. I don't like it. Sasuke was like, I'll take you down anyway. But he wasn't enough. Naruto had to come, another Jinchuriki and handle that business. They end up leaving. That was that. At that point, another person came to the village after Konoha Crush and the death of Third Hokage. Itachi Uchiha came into the mix. Sasuke caught word that Itachi was in the village. As Kakashi tried to fight against Itachi and got put under infinite Suke only. Not infinite. My bad. Suke only. And that had Kakashi fucked up. He couldn't see past those illusions as he used Mangekyou Sharingan to put him in there. That was his ability that Itachi had. Kills most opponents within 20 seconds and shit. But Kakashi's a strong-willed guy and other things, so he would live. But Sasuke was like, he's probably after Naruto. Went after Naruto. When he got to the hotel that Jiraiya and Naruto was staying at, he found Sasuke. Or Sasuke found Itachi, and he was like, finally, I can kill you with this move I got. And I have better eyes, too, so you're beat. But then Sasuke was met with disappointment as his brother was like, no, you're actually still weak, Sasuke. I'm still way beyond you. Put him under Suke only. And Sasuke was in the hospital for a while. no different than Kakashi was. Naruto finds the fifth Hokage. She brings him back to heal Sasuke and Kakashi, and then Sasuke's upset. He's like, Naruto's now, leagues at him. He has a new move, Kara Sengan. Okay, Naruto, let me fight you outside on the roof because you think you're like a guy now. And he's like, Naruto's like, wear your headband. It's a way of showing that you're in a true duel or combat with a fellow shinobi. And he's like, no, I don't need that thing. I'll fight you without it. Sasuke starts using fireball jutsus on Naruto. Naruto's using clone jutsus and other things. They ended up breaking out the strongest moves, which was Rasengan for Naruto and Chidori for Sasuke. And Sakura's like, no. And then Kakashi came and threw them at the water containers, things that were holding water towers. And then after that, water was coming out more on Naruto's end. Sasuke saw that and got upset. It was like all that shit, seeing Itachi again, weighing his options then, Orochimaru gave him some power. The curse mark built the feeling after the Sound 4 came and said, we got curse mark powers too, and they actually do give us extra power. So you might be able to beat us with your curse mark and other things, right? But when we put our curse mark on, we're more powerful than you. That should have you intrigued enough to go see Lord Orochimaru so you can train and become more powerful. And we were sent to not kill you, but recruit you to his side. As he's one of the legendary Sani, a ninja, and your friend, Naruto trained with Jiraiya a little bit. So Sasuke was like, if I stay in the leaf, I will be weak. But if I find and seek Orochimaru, I'll gain power that I need to kill my brother. And killing my brother is more important than staying in this village and being a shinobi and playing games with friends. That's not what he needs. Like, that's not what I need. That's not what's gonna, get me anywhere. It was a good time while it lasted, but it's time for us to do some stuff. Naruto then went after Sasuke with the group. Sasuke was with the Sun Ninja. They made sure that he would be going into Orochimaru's grasp. And then the other Leaf Shinobi were fighting in the woods. Eventually, it came to the final valley, and Naruto and Sasuke were there. Sasuke was like, have loose ends, I guess, with you, Naruto. He started fighting Naruto. He started boom, 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 fucking him up. He tied him up to a rock and hit him with fireball jutsu. He was getting great shots off on Naruto. He was like, I want to see you then. And he went to try to stop me. I don't think so. And then, Naruto pinned him to the ground and was like, yo, I will bring you back to the village. You have to stop this. Orochimaru's not good for you. He's a bad guy. And then Sasuke was like, how could you ever understand anything I'm going through? You didn't have shit from the beginning. I had everything, and God took it from me. That's why I'm after this power. You wouldn't understand. Naruto was then, like, I don't want to do this, but, I have to if you won't listen. Sasuke, smashed Naruto's head into the ground, and then he fucking pulled out the one-tail cloak. And then when that happened, Sasuke was kind of on the back foot. He had to evolve the Sharingan to 3 Tomoe, to where it came out like a full Sharingan, like it should be. During that fight with Naruto, that's when that happened. Then he evolved to Curse Mark Stage 2. With that, he had the power enough to go against Naruto in his one-tail cloak form. The Vermilion Rasengan versus the Black Chidori. That shit, popped off, and the winner of that fight was Sasuke. So Naruto was lying unconscious on the ground, floating in the water. He said, damn, Sasuke left his ninja, his headband behind. He said, cool, now I'm with Orochimaru. As a Orochimaru student, he trained with Orochimaru for 2 years, 2.5 years. Sasuke showed up again after 2 years, 2.5 years. They were after Sasuke. They were like, okay, Sasuke's at Orochimaru's hideout. Yeah, Orochimaru left Tenchi Bridge to one of his hideouts. Kabuto told Naruto, Sasuke, and Yamato that Sasuke was not the same anymore. He was a different guy, a different breed, a lot more powerful and everything. They're running through the labyrinth size trying to find this dick, and then that's when Sasuke unleashed some lightning jutsu. Boom! Naruto's like, Sasuke! Naruto sees Sakura inside looking up, and there he was, Sasuke, and all he was. He was like, hi, Naruto. How long has it been? I cut our ties. You could have been, working towards becoming Hokage, but you still want to run around and try to play hero, trying to save me. That's not gonna get you what you want. Naruto was like, I can't even be the Hokage unless I can save a friend. I haven't even done that. I can't be Hokage. Sasuke was like, whatever with that bullshit, let's, run. Naruto goes into like thinking about going into Naruto's mode, but Sasuke peeks in. He starts to peek in this little bit, is what some people think, but I don't think so. It's just, his eyes are more king now. And it's base Sharingan too. And this is what I believe. He has the strongest base Sharingan of all the Uchihas in Naruto. And that's my personal belief as Green Angel. He was peeking in to see the fucking Nine Tails with his own eyes. He said, so this is the beast that's what lies within you. That's what you were using that day to fight against me. He was like, okay, that's cool. He popped the chakra. Because Naruto was going to let some of that shit out. But then Sasuke backed out and he said, okay, I'll kill everybody here with Kirin. But then Orochimaru stopped and said, nope, I advise against that. You'll stand down and other things. You're still my student. However, a couple weeks later passed, and Sasuke was, it was time for Orochimaru to take his new body, which was Sasuke. Sasuke comes in there and he's like, okay, what do you not see me for? And then Orochimaru was like, hey, I know you know. And then Sasuke was like, okay, lightning blade. And then he begins the ritual. Orochimaru does to try to take over Sasuke's body. However, Sasuke reverses it and starts to absorb Orochimaru instead. Sasuke defeats Orochimaru and kills him. And then it spreads like wildfire throughout the land of fire and everywhere else. Orochimaru's dead. Sasuke is like, okay, now I need a group of people who can help me find Itachi, get me there, so I can end him. As I went here, so I can, with Orochimaru for all these years, so I can learn Jutsu. Enough information about Jutsu, learn experience with these Jutsu to take down my brother, and he did. Find a group of people. He started by freeing Suigetsu. Suigetsu is a water type. To get Suigetsu on his side, though, it wasn't enough. So he went and he grabbed the executioner blade from some guys who were holding on to it like a bunch of bitches. He was like, okay, I'll get you the executioner's blade, and then you have to come follow me. I'll be your leader. And he's like, all right, fine, whatever. Got for him, then he was there. Then he said, okay, let's go get that girl called Karin. He said, what? Suigetsu was like, what? That girl is playing games. She's a little monkey. She has healing jutsu. Her body's a healing element. She's a little, man, she's a girl. And Sasuke is like, cool with her because she's cool with him. As long as she ain't weird too much, she can be along for the ride. And she heard and he heard that he killed Orochimaru, and he was like, yes. He recruited Karin as a healer, and then he grabbed Jugo. Jugo saw Sasuke as a memento of Kimimaro. Basically, it reminded him of Kimimaro a little bit, wearing the same clothes and other things. Kimimaro was supposed to be a vessel for Orochimaru, and he got sick and died while fighting against Gaara and Rock Lee. But Sasuke was still there. Jugo was like, you know what? I feel like he can suppress my power, and I can help him out, right? I won't be a monster all the time. I can be useful. And he said yes, and he had his group called Heavy. able to go after Itachi and find him. And also elude the presence or the, search team from the Leaf Village who were looking for Sasuke. Try to bring him back. So he killed Orochimaru, so it was cool. They're like, hey, he killed Orochimaru, it might be cool to come back to the village. But they knew that he was after Itachi, who was part of the Akatsuki. Like, okay, now, once we find Itachi, we'll find Sasuke too. So they were looking for him. But Karin was able to suppress everybody's chakra and other things, so they couldn't find him. Even Kiba couldn't find Sasuke scent for a while. Sasuke was then in the woods, right? And he started playing games with fucking playing games with Datara of the Akatsuki. Datara didn't like any Uchiha. Hated his brother, hated Sasuke, and it was like, this brat wants to fight, we'll fight. And Datara was, actually, doing some things a little bit. Sasuke was like, okay, Earth style, based. Lightning beats Earth. Detonation clay, it can't go off when I use lightning style jutsu. And he also had Sharingan to use. He used Sharingan on Datara to make him think that, he had died in an explosion, a certain type of explosion that Datara had. Micro bombs that go into your cells and shit. Like you inhale the explosives, not knowing it's there, and then boom, you disintegrate because they're micro. But Sasuke eluded that attack. He evaded it. He was like, "What the fuck? This boy's playing games with me." Sasuke was then, on the back foot a little bit because, their whole fight, took a while. He used Curse Mark, he used Chidori's, some fireball jutsus a little bit. It was almost out. Um, and Sasuke was like, I have to get out of here. Datara's gonna explode. He summoned Manda and basically killed Manda in the process. He said, okay, I'll hop inside of Manda to save myself, and he did. And then they were after him. Karin healed him back at some place. Then he was like, let's move. We have to find Itachi. They found Kisame. Kisame was like, your brother's over there. He's waiting for you. This day was coming for a long time. Itachi, he's standing face to face with his brother. And, Sasuke's like, asking all kind of questions. What the fuck's going on? Who's this Madara you keep? Itachi shows Sasuke, Madara Uchiha, the story that Itachi thought it was. And the story of the Mangaku Sharingan, how that came to be. Basically telling Sasuke that now his extra pair of eyes has shown up, and Itachi was going to take Sasuke's eyes. So their fight actually started. Boom, boom, boom. They're going at it. Shuriken jutsu. Large shuriken being pulled out and stabbed fucking Itachi in the leg. Shit that Itachi should have dodged and other things. Itachi was not in his full health bars that day. Sasuke took advantage of that, and he was like, okay, this is great. And then also, he got put under Tsukuyomi too. And then when Sasuke broke out, Zetsu, even though this boy has a strong Sharingan, he was able to break out of it. Fireball jutsus flown against them and other things, and they started, went outside of the building that they were in, the old Uchiha building. Old Uchiha ruins. They were fighting there. Basically the last live Uchiha that were known at that point. The known ones. There was another one lying in wait. But Sasuke and Itachi were fighting, and then Orochimaru substitution because Itachi used Amaterasu. His Mangekyou Sharingan, Tsukuyomi in the one eye, and then the other eye had Amaterasu in it. And then Sasuke was like, I have to bust out Kirin. He created cumulonimbus clouds and pulled out Kirin and smashed Itachi was still alive, he had still Susanoo. He pulled out Susanoo, showed him that, showcased his power before he died. And he also sealed Orochimaru away. See, Orochimaru was trying to, he's like, um, still inside of Sasuke. See, he had sealed his chakra inside of his curse mark. See, Orochimaru was a little bit clever with that. He's like, cool. I have some of my chakra inside his curse mark. I can take over his body. But he came out. He busted out of Sasuke's body, like, and he, like, got sealed away by Tosca Blade. But one snake got away and other things, and that then, led to some things later on. But Sasuke was then there. Itachi died, making him the hero of the leaf, of, getting revenge for the people. Because Itachi killed everybody, and he looked like a hero then too, even though he still wasn't, because he met Obito, or not Obito, but Toby at that point. And Toby told him, he said, you are an Uchiha now, who has Mangekyou Sharingan powers. He embedded the Amaterasu into your eye. Other things, he was pushing you, your brother was pushing you to use, greater power, great heights. As the more Uchiha hates, the more powerful he becomes. He's like, how do you know this stuff? He says, I'm Madara Uchiha. I know all kind of extra stuff. I was there with your brother the day he killed everybody else, and the one who killed or ordered the death of all these people was Danzo. Shimura, a bitch. And he's like, you have to go after him, maybe. Um, but your brother was a hero to the Hidden Leaf, as they were worried about an Uchiha uprising. And your brother, heeded calls to what he thought was more important, the leaf, and protecting the leaf for the sake of the non-Uchihas. And he did that. He sacrificed everything. So he killed his family, killed all his brethren, but left you alive, you, his brother. He loved so much. That made Sasuke sad and other things, but then he was like, made him crazier too. He went on a warpath, a true warpath. He said, you know what? Now we're going to go after the elders of the Hidden Leaf Village and destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. Toby was like, yo, guess what? You have to help us catch Killer Bee the Eight Tails. If you do that, then we'll get you information on Danzo. Sasuke gladly took him up on the offer, and he was like, I get to test my new eyes out. Since I killed my brother, and the pain and hate that I feel towards other people, my eyes have evolved. And then Sasuke versus Killer Bee happened. Sasuke was not ready for Killer Bee. He had to, get healer. Once during that fight by Kami, he had to bite her and then go fight again. And then, he got his chest smashed in. Jugo had to heal him, and also Kami did too. Then, he went into full Eight Tails mode, and he was like, oh fuck, I pushed this guy to go that far. Now I have to push myself, or everybody's gonna die here. So he then opened up Amaterasu on him, and he burned Killer Bee, and he saved Kari and all that stuff. But unfortunately, Sasuke didn't do the job right, as he used a impersonation jutsu, not even substitution jutsu, transformation jutsu too, to make it look like he captured Killer Bee, but it was really just a horn of the Eight Tails, or actually an octopus leg, my bad. Just a piece of the Eight Tails chakra was taken in, but they still let him know where Danzo was. Sasuke, those are the five Kage-sama. As at this point, he was recognized as a world criminal. Because Raikage was like, he took my brother away. Raikage was not knowledgeable of what his brother actually did. But Raikage was like, I want you guys to brand this guy a criminal. And, let's, stop him. He's somebody who doesn't need to be, alive. He attacked my village, and he's from the Leaf. And other things, and the Akatsuki, he was wearing the, black cloak with the red cloud on it. Sasuke ran through the fucking, Five Kage Summit, killing all the samurai that were there. These Daru and C. Yeah, I put C under Genjutsu. Um, then the Raikage showed up. Sasuke was having a little bit of fits with it. But Taraki was there. I kind of crazy on my hand off. With him cut his hand off. And then he fought against Gar. Gar was like, yo, you have the same darkness in your eyes as I did back in the day before Naruto came through. He's like, oh yeah, well, those days are over. And I'll show you what true hatred can do. He brought forth Susanoo and the Susanoo arrows. He ran past him. At that point, he ran into the conference room and he stared down Danzo Shimoda's bitch ass and he said, I'm here for you, bitch. You know, you reap what you sow type shit. Danzo was like, I have to get out of here. This guy is trying to kill me. I have to be the leader for the Leaf Village. And so then Sasuke is then doing that. I'm going after Danzo. When he goes after Danzo, Tsuchikage and Mizukage, trying to stop him. Particle dismantle ninjutsu from him, Tsuchikage, but then Toby shows up to save him. And then, takes him to the bridge where he fights against Danzo in a pretty decent fight. I liked it actually. The AMV was go to sleep, bitch. Damn. Yeah, Danzo, yeah. He was standing on that business. He showed Danzo, Itachi to like fuck with him a little bit, but it didn't fuck with him. He was like, you know what? And Uchiha's an Uchiha, and Uchiha needs to die. You're no different than your people. Sasuke was even more pissed to see that Danzo had all those eyes of the Uchiha that Itachi slaughtered for him, just so he could have a little bit of extra power. Sasuke wasn't gonna let that shit slide. He started fighting against Danzo. Danzo was then, at a certain point, he kept dying and losing eyes because Izanagi is a move where he can rewrite his, existence basically as a dream. Like, as if nothing happened, like he didn't die. None of that shit happened. So then he was like, okay. It got to the point where, Sasuke was growing in strength. Sano was getting stronger. Everything. Amaterasu flames. And Danzo was then on the back foot. He was thinking about using Kotomatsu Kame, but he couldn't use it. He was saving that for Madara, or he thought was Madara. But then Sasuke was like, yo, I got you in a checkmate because I actually put you in a genjutsu. See, he had Danzo think that there was an extra eye on his arm, but there wasn't. And he was like, oh, fuck, this ain't right. This boy played games. And he tried to get away. He's like, I have to live. And then Sasuke was like, nope, bitch, I'm on your ass. Tetragram still they'll come up and Toby's like, yo, back away, Sasuke. This guy's trying to like pull you in for a last ditch effort. Basically a self-destruct kind of. Anything that's in the area will be, kaboom, and then stored within his body. And the tetragram seal, some weird ass shit. But he died. Sasuke defeated him, killed him. Then Sakura showed up and he was like, Sakura, if you want to join me, you have to prove it by killing Karin. She got in the way during the fight. I even, blew a hole in her chest. At this point, Sasuke is really losing it. He's like, all the people that he, had as teammates, he didn't care about them. He was just like, yo, I want to destroy shit. I want to bring down the leaf. They caused me all this pain. They caused my brother pain. They are the ones who did all of this. Kakashi shows up to save Sakura, but that's not enough. Sasuke is more powerful than Kakashi at that point. And Naruto shows up. Naruto's like, yo, are you still doing this shit? You gotta stop. You might as well stop. He's like, they got you as a war crown on everything. He's like, I don't care. The leaf is yours to burn. But at that point, Sasuke's eyes are like, he's losing vision. He's like, oh fuck. Toby comes to save him and say, okay, we'll put, your brother's eyes in your sockets and shit. And during the war, Sasuke was like, you know, going through a surgery. The eyes, being implanted in his, eye sockets. Then, some, um, some point in the war, Naruto was like also going into battle. Sasuke sprung forth too. But he was on a different side of the battle. He was on Toby and Kabuto's side, but not really knowing what the fuck was going on. He woke up, he had better eyes, he could see things again. The Amaterasu was now able to be spammed at whatever rates he wanted to. He could use it and turn it off whenever he wanted to without his eyes going blind. He had the same eyes, the same type of Mangekyo Sharingan as Madara Uchiha. And then he was like, okay, we'll find some shit. I have to find Kabuto. See what the fuck's going on. Kabuto, or not Kabuto. He followed Itachi because Itachi was looking for Kabuto. When Itachi was looking for Kabuto, um, he fuck, he then he then um he then got to the cave where Kabuto was. Kabuto was there. Fuck. Okay, so then he was fighting against Kabuto. When fighting against Kabuto, he found out Kabuto had used the reanimation jutsu to bring his brother back to life. When he was doing that, when he was doing that, um, when he was doing that, Kabuto was, um, mm, mhm. Now I can see my face, y'all. you know, um, he thought it was Orochimaru, is what I'm trying to say, because Kabuto had, put Orochimaru's DNA inside of himself. He was shooting up on Orochimaru's cells, and he actually learned how to become a snake sage, which gave him a lot more power, a lot more chakra, and that's why he was moving around zombies all over the place during the Great Shinobi War, and he was like a great part of that plan with him and Obito, doing that shit together. But they went there to stop that. Tachi did. He was like, all right, you. And then he was like, and then Sasuke is a little confused. He's like, why would you stop this? Why would you, do this and that? Why would you say you love the leaf when they made you do all that horrible stuff? He's like, you know what? I'll tell you afterwards. They were fighting against him, and, Izanagi, wasn't going to be enough, they would have to use Izanami. Sasuke was, using a little bit of, it was not too much, protecting his brother, is what he taught he was doing. And then Sasuke was just like kind of at odds. He was like, you know, in his mind, he's like, my brother's saying he wants to protect the leaf, and there's a war going on and other things. I'm like, should I even, should I use this opportunity after this is over to go, destroy the leaf? Or should I just, calm the fuck down and, help everybody else out? He was kind of like, because he's fucking like a kid still, but not. Um, and Itachi's like, yeah, I did all that, so I could be, a ninja of the leaf when I die. Not like a true ninja though, cause see, he knew what Danzo knew about, doing shit in the dark, and keeping the like village safe. Right, was the mission. The mission was that, as a shinobi of the leaf, that's what his mission was. It was given to him by Hiruzen. So he was like, okay, I'll complete the mission and defend the leaf. From an uprising of the Uchiha, which could get, hectic and, cause more people to die, in the process. I might be labeled as this and that, by everybody else, but I know that what I did probably saved a lot more people in the end, even though I had to take out my own kind. And Sasuke was just like, I don't understand you, brother. You're, crazy for that. But he's like, revenge ain't a good thing, and all that. He should, consider this, dropping the whole thing. Of like trying to destroy the leaf. And as they're fighting Kabuto too, Kabuto is, also, going through some things as well. Kabuto had like an identity crisis. He thought of seeing himself as Orochimaru a little bit more. He's like, I'm the new Orochimaru. And he was like, no. Tachi was like, no, you can't do shit like that. You gotta be you. You are Kabuto. You are not Orochimaru. He put him in. he put him in the. He put him inside of the fucking Izanami. So that put him into a loop, an infinite loop of deja vu. You guys know what deja vu is. It's like you've done something and like you felt like you've done it before, like exactly that way and other things. I have those moments sometimes too myself.